Day 2. Cams. Acres. It's a real great track. Real easy on tires. Bubbling. We're de-lambing. But we're gonna have a real nice time today. And just full of hot, delicious wisdom.
Welcome back. It's day 2 of Drift Week. Yesterday we had a blast, other than all the time I spent working on the car. We ended up having to rewire the coil harness. Rewire, I say, but we just patched it on top of patches that were already there. It was a kind of a disaster, but we were able to get some more laps. When the car runs, it runs great. It does really well on this track. It's a super fun track, and the best part is that these Valino 08C tires, they have grip and they don't wear out. It's just like the best combo. They're kind of expensive, but for what you save on not having to replace tires all the time, it's a good setup. We're on our way to the track right now. I think we're going to use this 30-minute drive to get some awesome rollers. So cue the roller montage now. This is a super cool setup. I'm excited to see this thing on the road. Jimmy's got a cool car here. So as always on Drift Week, Careless is taking care of us with the meal program. Super good food. It's like it's one of the things I look forward to is whatever awesome meals they come up with. So far the coil pack harness is worked all the way here. I'm just gonna start doing laps, and I know we're gonna have to end up fixing it, but I want to be able to get another day of driving, because tomorrow's a day off. We can spend time working on it, changing the turbo, doing that kind of stuff. I just don't want to be doing it in the middle of the day today, but we'll see how that works out. So other than this annoying belt squeak, the car seems to be ready to go. We just had to top off oil. There's a lot of oil on the side of the car that should be inside the engine, but it's not in the engine, it's on the outside of the car. So not only do we have to clean the outside of the car, we have to keep pouring oil in it to make a bigger mess. It's interesting how that works. We're getting this Insta360 set up. Mike brought it along on the trip. I used one on my last trip. I borrowed it from my brother-in-law Kevin, and it turned out like some really good footage. So we're getting that set up, but whenever I have this suction cup on, I trust it pretty well, but not 100%. I don't want to lose this camera on track. So what I do is I build a safety chain out of zip ties. That way, if the suction cup comes off, we don't lose everything. First of all, I'll see it come off, so I'll stop, and then it won't get run over because it'll still be attached to my car, dragging behind, scratching the lenses and breaking the camera, but at least we'll be able to pick the pieces up off the track. The best part is you can reuse the chain. You just have to cut one zip tie and use one. You can use all the rest of them if you end up moving the camera around. But it looks pretty solid. The view of this is gonna be really sick, because basically it's like following yourself with a drone, but it's attached to your car, so you can see the whole car, and you can pan to the outside, so if someone's following you here underneath the car, you'll see them right here. It's gonna be really sick footage. Let's go drive on track.
finally happened. It could have been any of us. I definitely hung one of my tires off here once, and I was like really worried I was gonna go in here.
Brandon coming over here and videoing already.
Dude, this is, I mean,
What happened? Did he just catch the wheel on that and then they just turn him around?
that's bad, man. Scary, scary.
That's what it looks like. Or either he moved it.
That's a dangerous drop off there.
And I was just like right on the edge. Dude, I'm
Alright, wait before we rip that wheel off. What's that wheel doing? It's straight. Hold up. That was awesome. Nice work, boys.
Nice work. That's sick. That worked pretty. Didn't even break the bumper. The fenders minty.
Are you going forward or backwards? Watch the bumper.
You going back?
the bulb has fallen off inside the light. I really want to put it back on. Problem is, we taped this on because it's not the right bulb socket, and so this is the best we could come up with, which works pretty well as long as the bulb stays in. So now we have to put the bulb back in and then tape it back up. Not that big of a deal, but it is a big deal because all the pictures we're getting today, all the media, has one orange marker and the other one's not lit up, and that's not going to work for me. So Mikey and I got tangled up in this last lap. He hit the brakes and I wasn't ready for it after our lap, so I got into him a little bit in the rear. Kind of bummed about that. I really didn't want, I mean, the fiberglass isn't bad, but I didn't bring any paint. I don't have any way to cover that, so that's going to be the white badge for the rest of the trip. Bummer.
Just vet things.
Just a line of Corvettes that appear to be broken, but they're just overheating.
Exactly.
Not much we can do about that.
Yeah. No, I was like, he must be out of tire or super greasy.
Yeah, I was out of time.
Yeah.
I was out of time, but it's really slippery at the top.
Oh yeah.
Definitely more slippery at the top.
Right.
All I see is vets with their hoods open from here.
Keep it cool.
Let's take a guess of why my car's up in the air. In the middle of a track day, when I should be out there driving with Aaron. Some of you guys might recognize this. I'm back to having that same issue with low fuel pressure. I have not opened it yet, so let's open it together and see what we find. All right, let's see. I got it cracked open. Well, right away, there's some foreign objects, some debris. Ooh. What is that? Doesn't look completely plugged, but it doesn't look great. So I'm probably gonna have to remove some more things out of the fuel system to figure out what's really going on here. Working my way backwards this time. I'm starting at the front of the car, working towards the back, where before I started at the back, worked towards the front and missed this. So I'm trying to be as thorough as possible when I do this. So thankfully Mikey had some brake parts cleaner, so I just sprayed the filter out. It wasn't really that bad. So now that I see that this isn't that bad, I'm gonna keep working down the line. I really think it's either that second filter or it might be something in the tank. So that's my next go-to. So this is my other filter. This is the one closest to the tank. And it also looks fine. I don't see anything in there. So now I'm getting worried that we have a different issue that's not related to the fuel filters. There was some junk in the filter closest to the engine, but I feel like it wasn't enough to like cause the issue that I'm having. So I gotta go look for another potential cause. I guess while I'm down here working on the fuel filters, I was gonna show off a couple things. One, I'm really impressed with these Bolinos. I guess I got them hot enough where they started to chunk a little bit, but it's really not even that bad. This is 2 days worth of driving. Pretty much as much driving and as hard driving as I could do. I was not giving any consideration to tire wear. And they've still got half-life. I mean, other than like, you know, a pretty big chunk there. That's probably just from heat control. I didn't worry about that. I probably should have swapped them left to right, which I also didn't do, but like really, really impressive. They have good grip and amazing tire life. The other thing is all the oil on the side of the car. I've already talked about it once, but this catch can issue is kind of a big issue. So that's something we need to deal with going forward. And then I went off track twice on entry and did a board slide along the edge of the track. Luckily it was pretty low, so you can't see it, but you can definitely tell when you get down underneath that I was not on track at all times. But it's not too bad, not too bad. The car still looks good overall. So nothing I did appears to have made a difference. I chatted with Zach Denny, asked him his opinion, and he says he thinks the fuel pump is too small. So I brought the Hellcat 550, 525, whatever pump it is. We're gonna go back to the Airbnb after we clean up here, and I'm gonna swap that out. I wanna swap the turbo out and probably do something with the catch can, either wrap it with more rags or something that's gonna help us out. We've been consuming a lot of oil also, which is a problem, so I need to buy probably a whole case of oil. But we're gonna start breaking down camp. I don't think I'm doing any more laps today. We're gonna get the tires over to Aaron's trailer and just cool it down. There's a lot of driving footage from today. Even though I'm missing out on a ton of track time, we got a lot of good footage, and I want to get that stuff. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to get it done and ready, so that my wife can put it together and get it posted. So that stuff takes time, and Wi-Fi. So you know, no Wi-Fi out here. Barely have enough service to make a phone call.
What'd you do? That's probably what's been making all the noise. That needs to go there. Oh, the bolt ripped out. All right.
Well, could be worse. Like it could look like that, you know. Ah, that makes me really sad. Car still looks good though.
You can't come on Drift Week and not have some battle scars.
Kelly,
You're not driving.
I'm not listening to you. Kelly did a wonderful job on videos today. But by the time you guys see this, you will have already seen the footage he got. So good job, Kelly. Everyone leave in the comments, Kelly needs an upper right now.
I need an upper?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That's why we're going to the gas station.
Oh, dude. They sell uppers here?
They sell uppers here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We're gonna call it a night. We got a lot to do tomorrow. There's always a lot to do on this trip, but we're having a great time. I'm stoked on this car because it is comfortable. It drives really good when it's working. We're getting the problems sorted out slowly. And all the problems so far are small problems. And yeah, I'm just stoked on it. So make sure and follow along for this Drift Week. We're gonna be posting every day. And I don't know what's going to happen, but there's always an adventure ahead. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys being around. And if you wouldn't mind, check out my merch store if you want something. It'll probably be a week or so before I ship it out, but I appreciate all the orders that have come in. So thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.